Welcome to the F1 talk with me, Hardy Pen, on the Malaysian Grand Prix. This gameplay has been taken from F1 2011, racing with the Sauber and Sergio Perez around the Sepang circuit. We start with qualifying. Not that many teams could bring improvements in such a short time. Hamilton got pole position and Jenson Button was second. Mercedes done better. Michael Schumacher got third. Red Bull used a different strategy. I think because they knew that they didn't have the performance to be on pole, so they put Sebastian Vettel on hard tyres so he could go longer in the race, and he achieved 6th in qualifying. Mark Webber got 4th. Kimi Räikkönen qualified well in the Lotus, getting 5th in front of Sebastian Vettel. Nico Rosberg got 8th, not where that car should be with its performance. Ferrari had a poor qualifying, Fernando Alonso getting 9th and Massa getting 12th. On to the race. The race started on intermediate tyres. It was a wet start round the first corner. Hamilton and Button was racing wheel to wheel. I think Button knew if he could get in front of Hamilton around the first corner, he could win the race, but Hamilton stuck it out. Michael Schumacher had a terrible start, got overtaken by Grosjean and Mark Webber. Then he had a spin, and so did Romain Grosjean. The race carried on. I think it was after about 15 laps, Jenson Button radioed in that the last sector was like a lake, and the conditions were really poor and there was poor visibility on the track. So the safety car came out, and then after a few laps they just red flagged the race and everyone stopped. Everyone was sitting under their gazebos trying to get dry. Once the rain stopped, the race was restarted behind the safety car. After the restart, it started raining again. Sergio Perez came in the pits first, put on extreme wet tyres. McLaren had really bad pit stops for Lewis Hamilton, and it meant that he lost the first position. Fernando Alonso was running in third with Sergio Perez. I think Sergio Perez, it was his race, apart from the mistake near the end of the race when he tried to be cautious and ended up coming off the track. But he was catching Fernando Alonso and he could have won the race. I think Jenson Button had a really bad race, hitting the HRT of Narain Karthikeyan. Vettel also had contact with Narain Karthikeyan. This is the point where our slower cars allowed on the track, even though they qualify within the 107% rule, are they dangerous because of the faster cars, and should they be allowed to race? So Fernando Alonso won the race. I think Ferrari needed some joy after the qualifying performance isn't so good and they're not really competitive, but their race pace is good, and it shows that anything can happen in Formula 1 when the conditions get tricky. It was Sauber's best result without having a partnership with the manufacturer, and the rumours coming out is that Sergio Perez is going to take Felipe Massa's seat at Ferrari, which I think could happen. Sergio Perez is a very good driver. And Hamilton got third again. I think it's good that Hamilton's more consistent this season. I think he knows he has to be consistent to have a chance to win the championship. At the moment, Fernando Alonso leads, then it's Lewis Hamilton, then Jenson Button. Hamilton just needs to turn his pole positions into race wins, and I think he could win the championship this year. But if Ferrari get their act together, I think Fernando Alonso could have a shot at the World Championship. And maybe even a surprise from Mercedes. He's good in qualifying, but the luck in the race is quite bad. And it's good to see teams like Williams, Lotus getting higher positions. This season of Formula 1 seems to be quite exciting. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment.